निरीक्षया कृष्णपकृतं गुरुसुतं वामस्वभावकृपया ननाम च तथा हृदं पशुवत् पाशबद्धम् अवामुखं कर्म जुगुप्सितेन निरीक्षय कृष्णापकृतं गुरुसुतं वामस्वभावकृपया ननाम च Synonyms, please repeat. Tata, thus. Ahritam, brought in. Pasuvat, like an animal. Pasabaddham, tied with ropes. Avakmukham, without a word in his mouth. Karma, activities. Jugupshitena, being heinous. Nirikshaya, by seeing. Krishna, Draupadi. Apakritam, the doer of the degrading. Guru, the teacher. Sutam, son. Vama, beautiful. Swabhava, nature. Kripaya, out of compassion. Nanama, offered obeisances. Cha, and. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Translation. Sri Suta Goswami said, Draupadi then saw Ashwatthama, who was bound with ropes like an animal, and silent for having enacted the most inglorious murder. Due to her female nature, and due to her being naturally good, and well behaved, she showed him due respects as a Brahmana. Purport.
Ashwatthama was condemned by the Lord himself, and he was treated by Arjuna just like a culprit, not like the son of a Brahmana or teacher. But when he was brought before Srimati Draupadi, she, although grieved for the murder of her son, and although the murderer was present before her, could not withdraw the due respect generally offered to a Brahmana or to the son of a Brahmana. This is due to her mild nature as a woman. Women as a class are no better than boys, and therefore they have no discriminatory power like that of a man. Ashwatthama proved himself to be an unworthy son of Dronacharya or of a Brahmana, and for this reason he was condemned by the greatest authority, Lord Sri Krishna, and yet a mild woman could not withdraw her natural courtesy for a Brahmana. Even today, in a Hindu family, a woman shows proper respect to the Brahmana caste. However, fallen and heinous a Brahma Bandhu may be, but the Vishnu began to protect against Brahma Bandhu who are born in families of good Brahmanas, but their actions are less than Sudras. The specific words used in the sloka are Vama Swabhava, mild and gentle by nature. A good man or woman accepts anything very easily, but a man of average intelligence does not do so. But anyway, we should not give up our reason and discriminatory power just to be gentle. One must have good discriminatory power to judge a thing on its merit. We should not follow the mild nature of a woman and thereby accept that this is not genuine. Ashwatthama may be respected by a good-natured woman, but that does not mean that he is as good as a genuine Brahmana.
That's it. Ajnanatimirandhasya jnananjanashalakaya chakshurvanmilitam yena tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Mugam karodi vachalam pangum langayate girim yatkripa tamaham vande Sri Gurum Deenatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Sri Chaitanyam Ishwaram Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swami Niti Namini Namacharya Padaya Nitaya Kripa Padayini Gaurakata Damadaya Nagaragramatarine Namavom Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Grandaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai. Here again Suta Goswami is speaking. The previous verse, 2 verse before also we saw that now there are direct speeches and there are indirect speeches. Where we see Krishna is telling, Arjuna is telling like that, but that is a direct speech. And here Suta Goswami is saying, describing the scene, what exactly is happening here. So Suta Goswami heard it when Parikshit Maharaj and Sukadeva Goswami were speaking. The conversation, he has heard about all this narration. So he is explaining that how Draupadi then saw Ashwatthama was bound with ropes like an animal. And he behaved like an animal, so he was bound. And a very, very dirty murder he has done. Very young children he has murdered. Innocent children, 5 of them. But still, despite she was lamenting, in the previous verse we saw that she is actually lamenting, grieving for her children's death. But due to her being naturally good and well behaved, she showed him due respect as a Brahmana. So she is naturally good and well behaved. So there is something beyond goodness. The intelligence works beyond that. Okay, one should make a decision based on the intelligence. One should not be a female nature. Sometimes even the men are of female nature. So Hridaya Daurbalyam. Guru Maharaj mentions something like Hridaya Daurbalyam. Hridaya Daurbalyam in English is translated as weakness of the heart. So falsely being means being good and being sentimental. Being sentimental towards Krishna and Guru is good. But intelligently acting in the service of Guru and Krishna is superior. In spiritual world, the Bhava Prema is going on and their intelligence is so much bewildered. Even in material world, Guru Maharaj once wrote a letter to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, I'm feeling, he wrote something like, whenever I see you or when I'm feeling something, some disturbance in the regular people, from regular people, some I'm feeling something extra. I forgot what that feeling is. Guru Maharaj wrote that and Prabhupada said that is actually ecstasy. In this way. So when it is coming to Guru and Krishna, of course we have, but when we have to generally make decisions, we should not go by common man's right and wrongs. Common people think that the war is wrong, but Krishna thought war is right. Arjuna spoke like a very common man. Everybody will appreciate. They will Kinno Rajena Govinda, Kingo Jeevana, Desha Rajyam Nasukani Cha. My dear Govinda, O giver of pleasure to the senses. Why should I engage in the ghastly war? You are sitting, you won't do war, you won't wage war. You are sitting as a charioteer. You said that you will be poised and you don't want war. But why are you involving in the ghastly war? This is what Arjuna was asking Krishna. But we see that Krishna thought against it. Krishna said, no, war is essential. Oh, my voice is breaking. Okay. I'll wear earphone. Just hold on. Hare Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, the heinous act which is performed by the son of Dronacharya, Ashwatthama, according to scriptural injunctions, it is wrong. It is wrong. He should not be treated as Brahmana because it is not an act of a Brahmana. But still, because of her regular sentimental nature. So Prabhupada is writing here, even to date in a Hindu family, a woman shows proper respect to a Brahmana caste, however fallen and heinous a Brahma Bandhu may be. But the men have begun to protest against the Brahma Bandhus who are born in families of good Brahmanas, but by action are less than Shudras. So Kalau Shudra Sambhavaha, Kali Yuga, every man is Shudra. Born Shudra. Otherwise also everybody is born Shudra. Everybody is born unclean, even in any time, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. Just the birth itself is considered contamination. So there are purificatory ceremonies. Jata Karma, so many, I don't know, from pregnancy onwards it starts. From pregnancy, Pumsavana, Jata Karma, like this, and many. Simanta Nayana, Jata, and like this, there are sequence of purificatory ceremonies which has to be performed. And then when the father gives the Brahma Gayatri and initiates the son as a Brahmana, that happens when the child is 3, 4 years or 5 years old. I think minimum 4 years or something the baby should be. He should have, he should be able to chant the Gayatri all 3 Sandhyas. In 3 Sandhyas, he has to chant the Gayatri. When the boy is ready, then the father will give initiation of the Brahma Gayatri. Father will be a Brahmana, or even Kshatriyas, they have that mantras to be given. And then the child will practice it very strict brahmacharya. That not like just being born in a Brahmana family is a Brahmana. Not like that. But the initiation ceremony of a Brahmanical should happen before that. From Garbhadana Samskara, it starts. It starts from Garbhadana Samskara. Then once the pregnancy has happened, then there is Pumsavana, then there is Jata Karma. Like this sequence of the child is born. Then also there is ceremonies. So when you perform that ceremony, after that the child grows to 3 or 4 years old, then they give when Brahma Gayatri, father gives and he initiates him as a Brahmana. Not like simply being born, oh Brahmana father and mother is there, Brahmana semen, father is giving to the mother and mother is bringing up in a Brahmani's womb. So he is a Brahmana. No, not like that. By birth, everybody is Shudra. By birth, everybody is impure. That is why purificatory ceremonies are introduced. So Here, but the general public, if you see, women are sentimental. Sentimental. It is based on mind. So they are very affectionate and motherly, and so they feel they don't like to hurt anybody. She is thinking that, okay, I am crying out of my children's departure. So Kripi also should not cry if her son is killed. Let her not cry. She's very amazing, wonderful, soft lady. But at the same time, intelligence is higher to the mind and the soul is higher to the intelligence. So this is from Bhagavad Gita, we can understand how to hear Prabhupada is mentioning that we should not be like this. Hridaya Daurbalyam should not be there. How? The specific words is Vama Swabhava, mild and gentle by nature. Sometimes we see that devotees, they want to be very good to all the people. Very sweetly, they want to talk to everybody and, oh, Prabhu, you're speaking very nicely, like that. Nice, nice. When somebody appreciates a material person, especially if they appreciate your very nice, 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 that means we are a little bit maybe deviating from Krishna conscious principle, because Krishna conscious principle will actually, of course, it is a nice thing, but more than nice, it will enlighten, it will awaken, it will be a new door opening. People will start thinking, they will have a war in the mind. That is this correct? Is Krishna is the only supreme personality of Godhead? What about the other demigods? He is telling that our life is temporary. Oh, everybody will die. I'll also die. They are telling. So it will be a new door opening. So there will be so much thoughtfulness involved in the initial stages of Krishna consciousness. But you just are pleasing the people without giving their thoughtfulness, awakening their intelligence, awakening their thoughtfulness. Then it is you are deviating from Krishna conscious principle. Very easily we can understand, because preaching of Krishna consciousness will awaken the spirit soul. Awaken. If the awakening is missing, their only appreciation of the speaker is there, then there is something seriously wrong. So how to understand this? Okay, so here Prabhupada is mentioning that discriminatory power, a good man or women. He's not, okay, this is about Draupadi, so it's about man or women. No, very nice purport. Read Srila Prabhupada. A good man or women accepts anything very easily, but a man of average intelligence does not do so. But anyway, we should not give up our reason and discriminatory power just to be gentle. You just want to be a gentle person. Because one time we saw that in Guru Maharaj's lecture also, it said, if the truth is not palatable, you better don't tell it. But this is only in the materialistic sense when you want to convey a message. But the spiritual truth initially will not be palatable for a materialistic person. For example, we say that you will die. One day you will die. They will say, why this devotee is speaking so inauspicious? He's cursing me to be dying. No, no, no. One day you will die. Your children may forget you, like you have forgotten your parents. So the transcendental truth may not be very palatable initially, but as they understand, it will be very, very palatable. They will understand. Like Rupa Goswami is telling, initially chanting of Hare Krishna Mahamantra will be very bitter to the tongue because that person is diseased. He has got jaundice. In Nectar of Instruction, he's telling, a person with a jaundice disease may not appreciate Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But as he keeps on chanting, the medicine for the jaundice is sweet only. When the jaundice person, how will you understand he has got jaundice? Because when he's eating sweet, he will tell that, oh, it is so bitter. Then the sweet, the sugar candy has to be given more and more and more. Sugar candy itself will cure him. Same way, Krishna conscious principles, the same Vyasadev, he wanted to give very palatable to the society. He gave many, many Vedic literatures. And people use the Vedic literature and go into sense gratification. More and more forget Krishna. They follow the Vedic injunction only for religious principles and to yield some fruitive results from that. The conditioned souls are very smart in utilizing everything in their own favor, of thinking that it's their favor. Actually, it is they are suiciding, they are disturbing themselves, but they don't understand that we are doing welfare. But a smart Vaishnava will always be engaged in enlightening the person beyond the sentiments of good and bad. A devotee is more than good, is transcendental. His qualities are not good qualities. His transcendental qualities a devotee has got, who's trained by a pure devotee. So here, by any way, we should never give up our reason and discriminatory power just to be gentle. It's very important. Straightforwardness, and in Krishna consciousness especially, like Vidura, how beautiful it was mentioned when Guru Maharaj was telling, when Vidura was speaking to Pancha Pandavas, who were really, really sincere devotees, not only that, pure devotees, who has got direct association from Krishna. Even Vidura has not got that association. Vidura didn't get that direct association as much as Pancha Pandavas got with Krishna. So Vidura never told some truth which may be hurting, that Krishna left the world. Actually, Krishna didn't leave, because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come now. Now 500 years ago, we have again. So Krishna never left. He never leaves Vrindavan. Moreover, in many places, in Kanena, Chala, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw Krishna. Actually, Krishna didn't leave the world, in one sense, that many people have seen Krishna. He never leaves. He is always present, omnipresent. Is omnipresent. So he didn't tell, because it will hurt the Pancha Pandavas that Dwarka is finished. That will hurt Pancha Pandavas. So he didn't tell. So only in that purport it was mentioned that if the truth is not palatable, better don't tell. What is the truth? Krishna has left. This word, Krishna has left. This will break the heart of a devotee into pieces. And Guru Maharaj used to quote one pastime from Vrindavan. Guru Maharaj, one time with safari, he went to Vrindavan, and Dinabandhu Prabhu took him to many places. And Guru Maharaj always recalls this sweet pastime where the word Krishna left. There is a sarovar called Prema Sarovar. I think in Barshana, that I don't know. Guru Maharaj said there is a sarovar, Prema Sarovar. So Dinabandhu Prabhu told the pastime, and Guru Maharaj recalls again and again this. Like one time, Radha and Krishna, they were sitting with all the friends, they were speaking. And at that time, what happened? One bumblebee, a dark black bumblebee, started coming around. If it stings, no, generally it will pain. So Radharani got very scared. And she hugged Krishna, and she was on the chest of Krishna. Then Krishna, he was holding Radharani, and she had closed her eyes very tightly. Then he asked Madhumangal to chase away the bumblebee. So in Brajabhasha, the bumblebee is also called Madhusudan. Madhu means also honey. So the one who drinks the honey is called Madhusudan. So this big bumblebees are called Madhusudana. Also, Krishna is also called Madhusudana, because there are many meanings for one name of Krishna, but one name is he killer of the demon Madhu. So when Madhusudan also means he killed the demon Madhu demon. Madhu and Kaitapa were two brothers. Krishna killed. So Kaitapa Hare is called Kaitapa Har. He's also called Madhusudana because he killed Madhu the demon. So another name for Krishna is Madhusudan. So when Radharani is there directly on hugging Krishna, at that time the Madhumangal, he chased away that bumblebee. So the bumblebee went far away. So Madhumangal came and reported, Madhusudan is gone. Madhusudan is gone. So when Madhusudan is gone, just by hearing that Madhusudan is gone, that means Krishna is gone. She never thought bumblebee, she forgot bumblebee. She just thought Madhusudan is gone means Krishna is gone. Oh, he left me and he is gone. Oh, I'm missing Krishna now. And he started crying, oh Krishna, Krishna, why did you leave me? I'm missing you so much. And on the chest of Krishna only, she's crying and crying profusely. And Krishna is telling, Radhe, I'm here. Radhe, I'm here. But she's not able to hear. All her senses become inert. And she's crying, Krishna is gone. Krishna is gone, and she's crying. And seeing how much love she has for him, seeing that, Krishna also started crying. And both of them are crying. And that water became a sarovar, a pond. And that is Prema Sarovar. So yesterday I was mentioning when gopis or Vrindavan, they were searching for Krishna. The other gopis, not related with the Radharani, Radharani and her Sakis, the Sakis, if they miss Radharani, they'll cry. And Radharani, if she misses Krishna, she'll cry. So when the Vipralamba Bhava cannot be understood by anybody and everybody, it is available only in Mayapur Dham. That Lord Chaitanya continuously cried, and even Chandkasi's servants, they asked, he is continuously crying, Prabhu. We don't know why he is crying. He's so sweet. They're carried away by crying of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even the Muslim soldiers who are servants of Chandkasi. So in this way, Krandan, just so much crying out of separation. So this pure devotees, when there is a separation, their mind, so the intelligence doesn't work straight. And they just cry. They don't compose Sanskrit verses in separation, like Gopika Geet. They don't compose. The other gopis there are rightist and leftist. So this leftist are considered to be Radharani standing to the left. The formally married wife, very obedient wives, they are all standing on the right. So in this way, they are very obedient to Krishna. They cannot understand what is this separation making them mad. Same way, Panchapandavas, if they are conveyed a message that Krishna is gone anywhere, Krishna would have gone to demigod planets, Krishna would have gone, or he is present everywhere, but still he has left this earthly planet. He's left this earthly planet, this bird, then their heart will break and they will cry profusely and their brain will not work properly. Like when Guru Maharaj had stroke, there are a set of devotees whose brain didn't work and they were crying and they didn't know what to do. This is the emotion. And some people were very nicely planning, okay, then how to carry on this movement and this and that. Guru Maharaj came back and he's carrying on. He is the person who's carrying on the movement till this very moment. But still, so we cannot think straight actually if we are deeply loving somebody and if there is a separation. So this, even to an ordinary material, foolish, illusory relationship is like that, then what to speak of transcendental love and affection? So only in that verse it is written, if the truth is not palatable, it should not be told. But in the next verse, that Vidura is chastising. He is telling all the truth to Dhritarashtra, saying that you tried to kill Bhima by hugging him. You employed all your sons to kill Panchapandavas. You plotted so many times to kill them. Now they got the kingdom. You're sitting and eating like a shameless dog in your enemy's home. You considered Bhima as enemy. You wanted to kill him many, many times on all the Panchapandavas. You set fire to the palace where the Panchapandavas were living, Kunti was living. Now they won the war. They are living in the palace and shamelessly in the same palace. And Yudhishthira didn't get coronated, He said that Dhritarashtra is the king. I won't get coronated. He didn't get coronated. Till Dhritarashtra left the palace. Dhritarashtra still remained the king. Holding the kingdom, and he was there because Panchapandavas were amazing people. They never claimed the kingdom. We won the war, so we want to take away the kingdom snatch away from Dhritarashtra. No, only the sons are killed. Duryodhanas and everybody are killed. Doesn't mean that I have to snatch away from my stepfather's or co-father's head. I need not the crown. They were not coronated. Yudhishthira was not coronated. So then then Vidura gave a straightforward truth. And in that purport, Prabhupada says that how to awaken a spirit soul, the truth has to be told directly on the face. So we should know the situation, whether to be like Vidura, whether to be gentle and not tell the truth because it is not palatable at a particular situation, and at another situation, telling the brutal truth will work out. And Dhritarashtra became enlivened. Okay, yeah, I'm sitting, I'm so dirty, I'll just go and get liberated. Of course, he get impersonal liberation, but at least he searched for liberation. Instead of staying in the material world, he got out of that palace. So here we see that one should be, and telling the transcendental truth, one should not compromise. Okay, people may not like if I talk about death, I will not talk. But if there is, for example, if there is a marriage ceremony and they have called you to give a lecture. You don't go there and say that it's a brutal truth. So I will tell the death is compulsory. The material world is full of dukkha. Today you will get married, tomorrow you will get divorced. So you cannot, of course, this is the truth, but it should not be told. It is not palatable. But at the same time, we can talk some other Krishna conscious subject matter. Krishna conscious subject is unlimited. We can pick up that portion without deviating from the original principles of Krishna consciousness. We don't need to talk about good qualities, this, that, and materialistic things, psychological manipulation in order to just attract crowd, deviate from Prabhupada's principle. Not required, because Prabhupada principles are like a treasure house. So many gems and jewels are there, and we can just take anything and present it. So I would like to quote here, but anyway, we should not give up our reason and discriminatory power just to be gentle. So when Arjuna said that Kim no Rajena Govinda, I'm a good person, I don't want Raja, Kim no Rajena Govinda. Kim Bhoga Jivitena Va, what is there in enjoyment? All this Nacharajim na Sukhanicha, all these relatives will die. What I don't want this kingdom here. Nacharajim na Sukha. No, what happiness is there in killing all the relatives and then taking the kingdom? He didn't ask what Krishna wants. And what is according to scriptures. They also did heinous acts. They disrobed Draupadi. So this kind of heinous, they try to snatch away another person's wife. So these are all heinous acts. We saw that. So one must have a good discriminatory power to judge a thing on its merit. We should not follow the mild nature of a woman and thereby accept that which is not genuine. Something is not genuine. We should not accept it just to be gentle. Oh, everybody will call you a gentleman, but you don't speak absolute truth. But you have a big crowd calling you gentleman. Instead of that, one should be genuine. So this is understood by Ashwatthama may be respected as a good-natured woman, but that does not mean that he is good as a genuine Brahmana. He is not. I'll also explain to you another concept which is there in the next. We'll go through this from Bhagavad Gita. Okay, we'll go to the next verse quickly. Quickly we'll go through. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.7.43. Uvacha chasyanti asya.
Uvacha chasyanti asya.
Bandhanayanam sati.
Bandhanayanam sati.
Muchyatam esha.
Muchyatam esha.
Brahmano nitaram guru.
Brahmano nitaram guru.
Uvacha chasayanti asya.
Uvacha chasyanti asya.
Bandhana anayanam sati.
Bandhananayanam sati.
Muchyatam esha.
Muchyatam esha.
Brahmano nitaram guru.
Brahmano nitaram guru.
Uvacha chasayanti asya.
Uvacha chasyanti asya.
Bandhan anayanam sati.
Bandhananayanam sati.
Muchyatam esha.
Muchyatam esha.
Brahmano nitaram guru.
Brahmano nitaram guru.
Synonyms, please repeat. Uvacha said.
Uvacha said.
Cha and.
Cha and.
Asahanti, being unbearable for her.
Asahanti, being unbearable for her.
Asya, his.
Asya his,
Bandhana being bound,
Bandhana being bound,
Anayanam bringing him,
Anayanam bringing him,
Sati the devoted,
Sati the devoted,
Muchyatam, just get him released.
Muchyatam, just get him released.
Yesha this,
Isha this,
Brahmana a Brahmana,
Brahmana a Brahmana,
Nitaram our
Nitaram our
Guru teacher.
Guru teacher.
Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yeah.
She could not tolerate Ashwatthama's being bound by ropes.
She could not tolerate Ashwatthama as being bound by ropes.
And being a devoted lady, she said,
And being a devoted lady, she said,
release him, for he is a Brahmana.
release him, for he is a Brahmana,
Our spiritual master.
our spiritual master.
Purport.
As soon as Ashwatthama was brought before Draupadi, she thought it intolerable that a Brahmana should be arrested like a culprit and brought before her in that condition, especially when the Brahmana happened to be a teacher's son. Arjuna arrested Ashwatthama knowing perfectly well that he was the son of Dronacharya. Krishna also knew him to be so, but both of them condemned the murderer without consideration of being the son of a Brahmana. According to revealed scripture, a teacher or a spiritual master is liable to be rejected if he proves himself unworthy of the position of a guru or spiritual master. A guru is also an acharya, or a person who has personally assimilated all the essence of Shastras and has helped his disciples to adopt the way. Ashwatthama failed to discharge the duties of a Brahmana or teacher, and therefore he was liable to be rejected from the exalted position of a Brahmana. On this consideration, both Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna were right in condemning Ashwatthama. But to a good lady like Draupadi, the matter was considered not from the angle of Shastric vision, but as a matter of custom. By custom, Ashwatthama was offered the same respect as offered to his father. It was so because generally the people accept the son of a Brahmana as a real Brahmana, by sentiment only. Actually, this matter is different. A Brahmana is accepted on the merit of qualification and not on the merit of simply being the son of a Brahmana. But in spite of all this, Draupadi desired that Ashwatthama be at once released, and it was all the same a good sentiment for her. This means that a devotee of the Lord can tolerate all sorts of tribulation personally, but still such devotees are never unkind to others, even to the enemy. These are the characteristics of one who is a pure devotee of the Lord.
Hare Krishna, Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanati Mirandasi Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Guruve. So, here again, see, Prabhupada is a little bit differing. That earlier he told one should not have that Hridaya Daurbalyam, and one should take decisions based on Guru, Sadhu and Shastra very strongly. But he is also appreciating here Draupadi to be a pure devotee, that it is the nature of a pure devotee. Because what is the nature of pure devotee? If he had disturbed the whole country, or he would have disturbed other Vaishnavas, the devotee cannot tolerate it. But if the personal problem, if personally she is hurt, she is a mother of the children, all the 5 children belong to her, and they have been hurt. So this is a personal hurting. So she is ready to tolerate it, even though it is a heinous act. She is ready to tolerate personal hurtings. This is one characteristics where Prabhupada is appreciating here. But in spite of all this, Draupadi desired that Ashwatthama be at once released. Muchyate, please remove the knot. Please, is our Guru Brahmana yar? Please remove. No, don't do this. And it was at the same time a good sentiment for her. This means that a devotee of the Lord can tolerate all sorts of tribulation personally. But still, such devotees are never unkind to others. Even to the enemy, they are not unkind. These are the characteristics of one who is a pure devotee of the Lord. So Draupadi decided to show some mercy and kindness to Ashwatthama and consider him as a guru. But at the same time, a womanly nature of being very soft to a wrong person will be creating a disturbance in the society. So Arjuna arrested Ashwatthama, knowing perfectly well that he was the son of Dronacharya. It is not that he doesn't know. Krishna also knew him to be so. Both Krishna and Arjuna are very clear when they arrested his Drona's son. But both of them condemned the murder without consideration of his being the son of Brahmana. So according to revealed scripture, a teacher or a spiritual master is liable to be rejected if he proves himself unworthy. So there is a question in initiation question paper, when a guru can be rejected. So here, according to the revealed scripture, a teacher or a spiritual master is liable to be rejected if he proves himself unworthy of the position of a guru or spiritual master. A guru is also called an acharya, or a person who has personally assimilated all the essence of the Shastras, and he has helped his disciples to adopt the ways. Acharya, the word acharya means achar prachar. First he should practice and then he should preach. He should preach whatever he is practicing. It is that guru will not do some activity, but he will tell the disciple, you chant 16 rounds. And the guru will not chant 16 rounds or 1 round. That is not acharya. So whatever he is instructing the disciple, he will also practice. That is called acharya. A person who has personally assimilated all the essence of Shastras. Achar means he is practicing and then he is helping his disciple to adopt the ways. So the person who has personally assimilated is called Achar, personally assimilated the Shastra, and Prachar is he has helped his disciple to adopt the ways. So Acharya, that is the meaning of the word Acharya. So Ashwatthama failed to discharge the duties of a Brahmana teacher. He is also not personally following, and is not a good example for others also. He cannot be called as a guru at all. On this consideration, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna were right in condemning Ashwatthama. But to a good lady like Draupadi, the matter was considered not from the angle of Shastric vision, but as a matter of custom. So by custom, Ashwatthama was offered the same respect as offered to his father. She made the decision to save that fellow who has created such a big calamity. See, this fellow, when he's released, what will happen? We will see now. We will see that how dangerous to take sentimental decisions. How dangerous to take sentimental decisions. Now see that what he will do is this Ashwatthama, he will come. Okay, he will come and kill all the sons of Panchapandavas. Then he will go and show that I have killed them. First he thought it is Panchapandavas he will cut, and then later he will come to know his children. Then also he'll be happy because there won't be any Vamsa. They won't have any heirs in the kingly tradition. So he never felt, now he feels bad and he's keeping silent by the heinous act. And you know what? He will be released. We will see that he will be released. Because Draupadi is showing the sentimental, not straightforward. If you don't see genuinity in Krishna consciousness, you have to tell it, and that is a service for the Krishna conscious society. But now Draupadi will feel sentimental. Sometimes we see in Kali Yuga, men are also like women. And women are also like men. Because Kalau Shudra Sambhava. So men also are like Shudras and women also like women. So there is no difference in the intelligence, especially in non-devotees. And then when they become devotee, also, we don't see difference. Sometimes a Mataji will really be able to perform very amazing service, and the Prabhu may not, and sometimes Prabhu will be able to perform amazing service which Mataji cannot. You cannot simply declare Matajis are less intelligent. It cannot be declared, because you see that the men are really less intelligent in Kali Yuga. You can directly see that. So in Kali Yuga, right now, whatever is going on, everybody, Milechas and Yavanas, Sudra, less than Shudra, Sandala, men, women, everybody can take up to Krishna consciousness. Children, old people, outside Varnashrama, half Varnashrama, anybody and everybody can take up Krishna consciousness. And everybody can serve. It is mentioned Draupadi's intelligence is like a young boy. Young boys. It's like a boy. But the people are born Shudras. No Kula, no Kotra. But they claim themselves to be man. But you will see that they are drunkards. Women will support the family. He will go drunk and come and beat the women. This and all, they're so foolish, so dumb fools. In Kali Yuga, I can see the men. So whatever is mentioned in the Shastra, like women are less intelligent, and it's also mentioned Sri Sudra Dvijabandhunam Trayuna Sruta Gocharaha. Sri, that is ladies, Sri. Sudra is also less intelligent. Dvijabandhunam, Dvijabandhu, one who is born in a Brahmana family but not a Brahmana. Nowadays we see Trayina Sruti Gochara. They all are away from scriptures and they don't understand. They are less intelligent, but all of them can take up Krishna consciousness and benefit in Kali Yuga by chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Once they take up Krishna consciousness, they are most intelligent. They, especially if they get initiated by a spiritual master, they are supremely intelligent. And if they act according to the order of the spiritual master, then they are perfected in their life. Perfected in their life. So sometimes we see men are not worthy serving because they're so less intelligent. We see this. I've seen in my workplace. And I've guided many boys, men also I've guided. I've guided many men who are bewildered what to do, what not to do, how not to do. So Kalau Shudra Sambhavaha, Shudra and Stri are in the same level. So in Kali Yuga, everybody is Shudra. So women also less intelligent, Shudra also less intelligent. So less intelligent and less intelligent become devotee. Both become intelligent. So considering women are less intelligent, Prabhupada condemned when in Krishna conscious society, if women are called less intelligent, Prabhupada condemned it. There is a pastime in London. This pastime is there in Prabhupada Leela, the elaborate version. You see that then this pastime is that very sweet pastime. In London, one time Prabhupada will be taking this kind of portions of Bhagavatam in which it is mentioned the women are less intelligent. And that every day the boys and girls, husband and wife, Prabhupada got them married, and they used to go for book distribution. Women also go and men also go. They feel so happy. Morning they finish all their morning duties, chanting, Bhagavatam class, breakfast, everything they'll finish, and then they will go for book distribution. So that day in the lecture in Bhagavatam, Prabhupada said that women are less intelligent. So what happened? The next day, the husbands, they said that, no, you are less intelligent, they require protection, this, that, and all. So next day, they left the girls. No, you need not come, you people are less intelligent. Like that, they sold because it came in the lecture and they went. So these 2-3 Matajis who were there, they felt very bad. We were also enthusiastically distributing. It was like similar scores. Both are, it's not that only because man is selling, they will buy. Women is selling also, they'll buy the book. Then they were devoid of service now. Just because they are women, they are devoid of service. It's the spirit soul which is doing the service. The fool cannot see. LKG fail. LKG fail, we want to be PhD teacher. The LKG lesson in Bhagavad Gita is you are not this body, you are spirit soul. That is the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's first lesson to Arjuna. And this fool cannot see beyond the body. And he cannot see that the soul is the one who is executing the devotional service. All the 9 processes of devotional service can be performed by women or man or children or anybody. Everybody can perform. Anybody can perform. Even animal can perform. We see Gajendra performing. Garuda is performing. Who is not? Animal can also perform. Squirrel performed in Rama's pastime. Service can be performed by any living entity. This fool cannot understand LKG of Prabhupada's teachings that don't think that I'm American, I'm Indian, I'm male, I'm female, I'm young, I'm old, I'm dog, I'm cat. Don't think this like this, thinking this bodily concept. How many lectures Prabhupada has given this? And they cannot, a fool cannot understand because Kalau Shudra Sambhavaha. And this fool is thinking women are less intelligent. Then the Sudra is also less intelligent. And which is your background? What is your background you came from? The background from the women came is the womb of the mother as a female fetus. She fell on the ground in the world. You also fell down in the world. No jata karma, no garbhadana samskara. Just a man and women associated out of lust, and you were just born. Less than a Shudra. And how can they say that? The women is less intelligent. And they cannot take up a service to Krishna. Any service to Krishna. So both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, so this Prabhupada condemned this because then the ladies were felt very bad that they were again and again told you are less intelligent. So they were plucking flowers for the Lord in the garden. Then Prabhupada came out for a little stroll. Sometimes Prabhupada comes a little stroll and he sits in the garden chair and he used to chant. So they thought, why can't we ask this question to Prabhupada? And they went to Prabhupada. And they said, oh, you're here? Prabhupada said, yes, Prabhupada. We didn't go for book distribution. They said we cannot come. Why? No, because they said in yesterday morning Bhagavatam, you told that women are less intelligent and they require protection and they are not qualified like that. So because we are less intelligent, they are telling, are we less intelligent, Prabhupada? Can't we go for book distribution? Like this, they asked. Then Prabhupada said, who said you are? Yes, Prabhupada said, yes, women are less intelligent. But you are not women, you are devotees. Prabhupada said, you are devotees. Devotees are very intelligent. This is the answer he gave to that Mataji, that you are devotees. Devotees are more intelligent. Devotees are best intelligent because they have taken up to Krishna consciousness very seriously and they are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They are reading Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita. They are doing service to Krishna. How can they be less intelligent? A fool calls the Vaishnavi less intelligent is an offender. Anybody who claims a Vaishnavi to be less intelligent is an offender. And you should understand that person is not understood Krishna consciousness and he is not a devotee. He is the fool number one. That has to be understood. First of all, he has failed in Krishna's first test, LKG itself, he has failed. That beyond the bodily concept, he is not able to see. Second, he is not understanding devotional services for every living entity. And third, he cannot understand Vaishnava is the most intelligent in the entire society. And Vaishnava is the one who takes up Krishna consciousness, who chants Hare Krishna. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling anyone who chants Hare Krishna. Amara Agnya Guru Hoi Tara Desh. He didn't say that only Prabhus, all the Prabhus who are having genitals will become gurus, and those who are Matajis who can beget children, they are not worthy. Not like that. Anybody, any spirit soul, the spirit soul performs the devotional service. Jivera Swarupa Haya Krishnera Nityatas, the Jiva, the Atma, it is performing the devotional service. And the devotee is the most intelligent. And a person who says that the women are less intelligent, seeing the Vaishnavis and telling this is the big offense to the Vaishnava. And he has to reap the result. He has to reap the fruit for that. Women are equally intelligent in Krishna conscious movement. And in outside, women are equally intelligent in materialistic society because everybody is less intelligent. All the men are Sudras, and then there are women, and both are equally intelligent, equally less intelligent. And when it comes to Vaishnava community, everybody becomes a devotee, and women are as intelligent as men. The access to Prabhupada's books and understanding is as equal. And men may take a decision foolishly also, and women may also take decision foolishly. So we see here being gentle, more than being gentle, Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra is taken, and genuinity and straightforwardness is appreciated. That you see in the angle of Shastric vision, not as a master of custom. Oh, okay, we have to respect elders, we have to do this, we have to do that. And so if we have to respect the elder, then why did Prahlad Maharaj should have listened to Hiranyakashipu? That is the custom. Senior should be respected. Good quality. One should be obedient to the parents. That is a very good quality. Relationship management experts can tell that the relationship between Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad has to be very nicely done, nicely has to be there. The parental seminars giving fools should see that how Prahlad Maharaj should have been an obedient son to his father by listening to the father. Then when he asked him not to chant Krishna's name, he should have stopped, right? So that is the difference between goodness and transcendentalism. Transcendentalism will awaken a person and benefit a person for eternity. So awakening a soul sometimes will be uneasy for that soul. He wants a mental massage. And wearing a saffron or being in the attire of a devotee, giving them a mental massage is not our service. Serving the lotus feet of Lord Chaitanya, following in his footstep, in unadulteratedly giving the Krishna conscious subject matter and engaging the spirit soul in devotional service is the actual responsibility of a Vaishnava. And one should not hesitate in doing so. In whatever body we are in is a vehicle. I may either have an ambassador car or an Audi car or whatever is the greatest car in the world, or I may have a truck. I may even a bicycle. Whatever is the vehicle, the destination has to be reached. One should try to reach the destination. One should execute his duties using that vehicle without deviation. So male body, female body, American body, Indian body, doesn't matter where you belong. The whole world is one. And whether it's male or female, it's one. Everybody can execute Krishna consciousness. And this can bring peace and prosperity in the world, happiness in the world, and love and affection primarily, not hatred and domination and all this hierarchical methodology in which hurting another person, all this head weight, all this lust, greed, envy, anger, all the nonsense will leave the face of the earth when one sees everything in the transcendental vision. So Draupadi is a Vaishnavi, so she took that decision that the hurting has happened only to me personally. So I tolerate this. But that personal disturbance person through a Brahmastra, which can destroy the entire city. See how many times he's doing. First, this Ashwatthama is going and killing the 5 children. So when she cried, then when Arjuna was chasing him to catch him, out of fear, he sent a Brahmastra, which can destroy a complete country. Thousands of living entity will die just to kill this one Arjuna, or fear of this one Arjuna. It's a personal vengeance. He was ready to destroy the society. So as a Kshatriya also, properly they got arrested. He got arrested and Krishna and Arjuna are bringing. Now out of sentiment, Draupadi will say, it's okay, you leave him. As one wrong, okay, you leave them. If you leave the person who's creating calamity, they will create further calamity. Now this guy will go back, Ashwatthama. You know what? He will understand that now Abhimanyu is killed and Arjuna's grandson, there is only one heir for this family. That is Parikshit Maharaj, will be grown in Uttara's womb. And a small baby, fetus, it's not yet born also. He will throw Brahmastra again. Just because he has left his life. So heinous people has to be killed in Shastra, it is mentioned. Then it has to be done. So we follow the Shastra, we follow now Krishna conscious Shastra. And now we are not killing anybody. There is no Kshatriya. We are not here to kill anybody. But we have to kill the ignorance of the people. And we should not become sentimental and encourage the ignorance by falsely propagating that, okay, the relationship between mother and father, relationship between the children and the family and this, and all are bogus. All are temporary. Only relationship with the Supreme Lord is truth, and that is the forgotten thing. And we are here to remind that the relationship between the Supreme Lord and the living entity is the missing factor in this world. So This is the subject. This is the subject matter of Krishna consciousness. And you have to unadulterated explain it to others. And certainly Susukam Kartum Avyayam. The Paramatma will become very pleased in the heart of that other person. And he will ask that other person to listen to us. He will help. He will help. Because we are not deviating from Krishna consciousness. So a sentimental decision here resulted in a great tribulation, great disturbance in the society. Because then Krishna has to get into the womb of Uttara and has to save the fetus from Brahmastra. And Uttara was saved and the baby was saved. Baby actually died actually. And Krishna gave the life again so that we will get Srimad Bhagavatam. Thus born Parikshit Maharaj. We will see this entire chapter is about now leaving one decision, wrong decision of leaving this Ashwatthama due to sentimental feelings is ended up in a big calamity. Is what we are going to see in this chapter. Okay, that's it. Hare Krishna. Okay, questions and comments. I see one chat question. Saurav Prabhu is asking, can women become initiating guru? Is there any female initiating guru in our parampara? Very good question. Again, most of the questions which you ask is little contradictory to what is going on with the GBC and the leaders. So if you're not going to, if you're asking for yourself, I'm very happy and interested to answer this question. But if it is going to be in a controversial argument or a debate, you want to show off to some of your friends or some other devotees, then it is not good. So if you are asking for yourself alone, I can answer this question.
I'm just from my understanding.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. This genuinity will help you because Krishna will reveal everything to you, Guru, and Krishna will bless you unlimitedly. Okay. So here, can a woman become initiating Guru? Very simple. Yes. Amara Agnya Guru hoy tara ye desh. Anybody can become Guru. Not just women. Not just women. If there is a eunuch, being a Guru doesn't have to be man, women, or anybody in between. Also, any gender, because it is the spirit soul, it is the practices are common for both. This is established by Bhakti Vinod Thakur and Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur. They started awarding Brahmanical initiation to women. And there was so much opposition. So much opposition. How Brahmana initiation can be? Only Brahmin thread is not given. But Brahmanical mantra is given. They can count in the hands and they will close with the sari and they will chant the same